So here we are in the centre of London, this iconic building, St Paul's Cathedral, right at the heart of the city. And we're here for the Cyvism Roundtable conference on preparing for peak website performance. And there are some interesting parallels between this incredibly beautiful, loved building and the websites that we as organisations build and care about. We may not be as proud as the builders of this would have been, but we're proud of what we've built and we want to keep on improving it. So the Roundtable workshop today is in the crypt, so I'm heading round to the side door to kick off. So with no further ado, I'd like to hand over to Gary. Gary is Head of E-commerce Applications at Dixon's Carphone. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks for coming today. What did you get out of today's discussions?
It's a really interesting talk and discussions. I think one thing I've learned is that it's important for performance to be everyone's concern, everyone's consideration, something we talk about the whole year round. And really, something as well was that we can't predict everything, and so having those kind of countermeasures for problems that might come up was quite an interesting thing to take away from it.
It's great to get some insight into how people are dealing with load testing, getting some comparative insights into the lessons that they're learning and how they're leveraging both the Cyvism tools and their own internal tools. So really useful stuff.
How important is realism to your business and tech teams for managing performance?
Really important. I think it's trying to get the teams that we work with to understand the customer experience a little bit more, to understand what customers are doing, how they're interacting with our products and services, and how their behaviour, whilst it can't be completely predicted, how that does affect the performance of our systems. Trying to bring technical considerations and systems a little bit closer to the customer experience.
I think a lot of clients have to go through that journey. They have to understand the benefits of how that realism is going to benefit them and whether they want to spend the investment to actually leverage it and really take advantage of it. So I would say it's definitely a case-by-case thing.
So Louise, thank you for organising a great event, a great roundtable. Look forward to the next one.
Yeah, sure. So tell me about the issues that came up this morning.
I mean, the big theme this morning, of course, was the headline agenda of preparing for peak website performance. So there was a lot of detailed tips and tricks around each table. The commonality was some people are preparing for peak when it's predictable, and some organisations like Transport for London have unpredictable peaks, like today's tube strike came out of the blue, or weather-based peaks and so on. But the common thing was how to put in place good technology and good processes for planning for peak.
Sure. So what do you think clients took away from this morning's discussions?
There was too much to summarise really going on around the round tables. There was the technology tips and tricks, people talking about the tools they've picked up or changed and how they've got them working. At a high level, there's the organisational and process tips and tricks where people are saying how do we help as an organisation to move us all to a better place. And I think a common theme was this whole thing about better realism. Some organisations confess that they haven't really got any real solid evidence-based numbers for their planning for peak and for performance. Others like Dixon's, Gary gave a great talk and talked about the 2, 3, 4 year process Dixon's Carphone have gone through to really nail down and unite the tribes, the marketing, the business with technology, so there's trust between the two of them. So when the tech guys say, you really want that feature, but we don't want to drop it in the freeze, that they get the respect of the business to hold off, or they get budget to prepare for something. And a lot of people in the middle who are taking steps towards more realism. So thank you, Louise, for organising that. See you next time.